So let's talk about anger, right? How evil work in people's lives. And I just want to say that when evil gets away in your life, they, they usually go for the things you love, the things you like. They go for your heart, because that's where God rests. And that's where your light rests. And what evil does is that they try to take something from you, and then they antagonize you. They try to make you angry in order to destroy your character, in order to destroy your image. Or they basically cause artificial situations in your life so that you're constantly angry at the circumstances that you're going through, so that they can paint a horrible image of who you are as a person. So what you have to understand is that you have to have patience. You have to endure the suffering. You have to pray for your enemies, pray for the things that I have done to you in your life, because if they don't see that they are being used as pawns of evil to do the works of evil in this world, then they are lost. And you know yourself really well, and you know who you are as a person. And those pawns of evil are trying to paint a bad image of you so that they can point at you and say, see, he's just like me. He's one of me. And that's what the fruits of evil is. That's the seeds of evil. Is that they try to take something from you. It's like they're digging your soul. They're digging holes on your soul, and they're taking a seed and they're trying to put in it. But first they gotta take something from you, and then they try to put their seed in it, and then they point at you. See? Pretty soon he's gonna be just like me. Just wait and watch. See, he's a horrible person just like me. So that's how evil does to people. When they see light, when they see good in people, they see a way to plant seeds of deceptions and evil and anger in your life, in your soul, so that he can point at you and tell you that there's no differences between him and you. Well, that's what these psychopaths, evil people, do in people's lives. And you have to be aware of them. You have to be aware of their spirit. You have to be ready. You have to endure the pain. Just think about what Jesus went through. Imagine the anger that he felt. Everybody betrayed him. He was tortured, crucified, and was mocked. And they put a crown made out of spikes on around his head to mock him, because the only crimes he committed was saying that he was the Son of Man, the Son of God. And they chose, a pedophile murderer over Jesus. Imagine the anger that he felt. Imagine looking at your mom down there, watching you being judged because you say that you were the Son of Man, and you helped people, you healed them, and you guided them through prayers. You fed them, you forgave them, and you're looking at the eyes of your mother. She's crying, and they're choosing a murderer, pedophile over you, because you were giving the holy grace of God and everything. So anytime evil is trying to do any sort of temptation in your life, you have to see it through the eyes of your enemy to understand what they're trying to accomplish in your life. You have to sit down. It's like a chess game of emotions, of feelings of everything. They're trying to get the best of you in order to win this chess game. And the best way to play this is to pray and ask God. And ask Him that you don't want to play this game. Ask God to give you salvation over the evil traps and temptation that they have been doing in your life, so that you play and win a game of ego, of deception, of everything. But at the end of the day, when all the chess pieces are gone, the only person at the end of the game who really wins the game is God, because He's going to be there to judge you for all the pieces that you took away and the pieces that you sacrificed for. So it doesn't really matter who you're being played by or who's playing you in life, because the only person who's really going to win this game is going to be God. And you have to, when the impulses of evil, when they're trying to dig in your soul with a spade, when they're really hurting your heart, you just gotta pray and ask God for it. Please, let this pass. Let this pass, please, Lord. Let this pass. And the impulses, the anger, the everything is there. And that's the spirit of evil digging in your soul. Because the only way that it can get through you is through your heart and the things that you can create in this life, like a child or anything. And a business, a car. You might be driving down the road and somebody hit you on the back, and it's a brand new car. You love that car. You work so hard for it. And, evil is there. Evil is present, trying to get the best of you. And you have to endure. You have to be kind. You have to be patient. Imagine me. I worked for 5 years straight as a slave. I actually won a lawsuit for slavery because they were paying me less than federal minimum wage. And when I first got my semi-truck that I bought, I don't even know how I got my own semi because the banks don't like me. But I have people and friends that did help me get my semi. And then a few months later, somebody scratched my truck. And I endured, I accepted, and I trusted God. And it took me 3 months of fighting insurance paperwork, and I got $7,000 for it. Somebody scratched it, and I got $7,000 for it. Now, imagine if I was angry. Imagine if I punched the other guy in the face. Imagine if I did all these evil things to him. I would be in jail. Instantly. But because I recoil back and relax, and just because I didn't let the anger get to me, even though I worked really hard for it, I trusted in God, trust Him, and then I was rewarded with $7,000. It's pretty sweet, right? Imagine you're grinding the system, you're just trucking around in all 50 states, then you get that $7,000 bonuses at the end of the month, plus your paycheck, so it's like double pay. Trust me, it's worth the wait. And at the end of it all, evil and evil people never win the game. Even when they get older, even if they get the instant gratification of putting somebody down, even if they get the instant gratification of putting somebody down, they will live with that regret for the rest of their lives. And don't let anger and evil get the best of you. Don't let the gossips, don't let the people with jealousy, don't let the people who talk about your about you and your back get the best impulses out of you, because they're trying to paint a bad image of you and say, see, that's him, That's the true him. He's the evil one, not me. Those are basically demonic manifestation in people's lives. And everybody will basically say that they're not possessed, but they are possessed. And even people in the church, they say that they don't believe in demons. They don't believe in evil because that's what they are. So pay attention. And trust in him, pray for him. He has something for everybody in his heart. And I hope you have faith. Don't let the best impulses of evil get the best of you so he can paint a bad image of you. Always remember that evil is always watching you, waiting for you to make that mistake so that he can snatch you. It's like this anger is like this, right? Here's a lesson that God told me. Anger is like this. Take a soup bowl, right? It's really hot. It's really, really hot. If you take a spoon, you can't just go and eat it like that. It's too hot. You have to blow it, and then you eat it, right? A lot of people, we blow the edges of it, and we slowly take the spoon and eat it because it's cold on the edges. On the center is too hot. That's how evil and anger does to you. Anger circles you and tries to find that cold, weak spot in your soul, in your life, so that he can scoop it up and then point at you and say, see, he tastes just like me. Thank you for watching.